listening to AndrewCunanan.com.
Andrew Cunanan.
Andrew Cunanan.
Cunanan. I started watching the impeachment hearing.
Yeah,
It's all right.
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, it was boring in real life.
I know, exactly. Getting impeached for a blowjob, like, really fucking interesting.
Seriously, I mean, I blew Bill Clinton like 5 times.
Me
and-
too.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Before Monica Lewinsky.
Before her. BM, not bowel movement. Before Monica.
But I just also wanted to say that after last week's episode, I did go home and I did take a milk bath.
Oh my God, that's so luxurious. I'm so glad for you.
That's
But-
why you're radiant.
Yeah.
But I feel like it dried my skin out a little.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't skim milk, was it?
I don't know, but I don't think I would do it again.
Did you use whole milk?
No, I used almond milk.
That's why. So you did it all wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody listening, whole milk is where it's at.
Yeah. Our last episode, we covered this thing called Bathe in My Milk.
Yeah, we did.
Which you all better have listened to.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope you bathed in some milk after
Bathe
that.
in my milk. So,
Yeah, here we are.
all right, here we are. Almost at episode 50. I can't believe we're almost there.
We're like in the
We're
mid to late 40s.
I think
Yeah.
this is episode 47.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
we're going into menopause.
We
Wow.
are.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm clammy.
yeah, I mean, it's hot in here.
So,
I'm gonna be glad to be rid of those tampons, though. Anyway, continue.
oh, I know,
Sorry.
right?
I know,
Okay,
nightmare.
so my question tonight is, what do you both know about method acting?
Method acting.
Or if you don't, that's okay. Or what do you think your idea of method acting is?
I think method acting is when you try to become the person or the role that you are going to be acting. So if you are doing, let's just say, a role about long distance truck drivers, you would rent a truck and then drive across the country while driving a truck to try to
Yeah.
understand and put yourself into that role.
I would say the same thing. I think of like Charlize Theron in Monster.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. When the camera stopped rolling, you're still like, hey, let me suck your dick for cigarettes.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So we are all on the same page.
Yes,
Awesome.
sucking dick for cigarettes.
Yes.
Truck drivers.
Truck drivers. and,
Truck drivers and hookers.
yeah, that's right. My favorite. Yeah.
The reason I bring this up tonight, I was really inspired to do this because my friend Lizzie, hi Lizzie.
Hi, Lizzie.
Hi Australia. She's one of our
Good
listeners.
day, Australia.
We do this thing every day on Instagram and we send voice memos and we call them daily podcasts.
Okay.
Just to like update each other on each other's lives. And
Cute.
she was watching some YouTube video about method acting and she asked me what my thoughts were on it. And I'm like, well, let me tell you. And I went on the longest rant about it.
Okay.
But I was just inspired and I was like, ooh, we should touch on this in one of our episodes.
I love it.
The other thing is when I started talking about this, like we say with every episode, we could do a sub podcast on it.
Oh, yeah.
So, method acting is a technique where an actor prepares, like you said, Mark, to be completely and emotionally identified with a part. So, whatever part they're playing. And it's based on this system that was evolved by a man named Konstantin Stanislavski. It was brought to the US in the 30s.
Okay.
So method acting was developed in institutions such as the Actors Studio in New York, which you know the show Inside the Actors Studio.
I didn't know they were like
James
James Lipton.
with
Yeah, the
that.
Actors Studio is actually at Pace University. It is their conservatory that one goes through. Elia Kazan and Lee Strasberg were two people who were associated with bringing this to the United States, such as also Marlon Brando and Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, okay.
I could go into this whole history about Stanislavski. I'm not going to bore you all.
I read the book.
Of course you did,
I
because you
had
also
to.
had to take an acting class. And
Yeah.
yes, normally when one takes an acting class, you are exposed to the Stanislavski technique.
That name is just so hot.
Konstantin Stanislavski.
Oh my God, don't say it again.
Konstantin Stanislavski.
God, why would you do this to me?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He had this system he called the art of experiencing.
Okay.
It immobilizes the actor's conscious thought in order to activate other less controllable psychological processes such as emotional experience and subconscious behavior, sympathetically and indirectly. In rehearsal, the actor searches for inner motives to justify action and the definition of what the character seeks to achieve at any given moment.
Oh.
So pretty much
Becoming that person.
you're literally embodying that person.
Oh, wow.
This came to the States in the 30s. Students of Stanislavski came here, taught the method, and their students, so Konstantin Stanislavski's students broke off and started building their own techniques. So you've probably heard of like the Meisner Technique.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So Meisner's really fucking boring. I can just tell you that right now.
He has a boring name.
It involves 3 components, which are emotional preparation, repetition, and improvisation. And the basic fucking foundational exercise that all people do in acting class is you literally sit in a chair across from somebody and you look at them and you say, "You're wearing a black and white shirt." And you would respond to me, "I'm wearing a black and white shirt." And then you would look at me and you're literally
Repeating.
but it's repetition. So you'd be like, "You're wearing a red skirt." "I'm wearing a red skirt."
You have really cool nails.
"I have really cool nails." "You have an awesome mustache."
I have an awesome mustache.
But this goes on and on and on. And then you start to get more emotionally connected to it. So it'll be like, "You're smiling." "I'm smiling."
I'm
"You're laughing."
smiling.
"I'm laughing." It's,
I'm wearing a diaper.
"You're wearing a diaper." "You just shitted and farted."
I just didn't farted.
So
True.
there's the Meisner technique. I was exposed to a lot of different methods when I was in college because I went to a liberal arts school. But every acting class I took, every teacher had something different to offer. Sometimes you'll go to these acting conservatories and it'll be just one strict method. I was kind of exposed to all of it. Some stuff I was like, yeah, this works. And other stuff I'm like, yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
There was one that really resonated with me by this woman named Uta Hagen. And she was all about what she calls sense memory, taking moments in your life and being able to like use those moments in your character. So for example, I did a scene once from a play called Rabbit Hole, and Rabbit Hole is about a husband and wife who lost their 4-year-old child. Their 4-year-old son, he was hit by a car. I never had a child. I've never lost a child. I don't know what that feels like. But then you kind of have to dig deep and go back into a traumatic place in your life or like a place where you felt loss or grief.
Okay.
And channeling that through your character. Think about it. A lot of times when these actors take on these roles, they're playing somebody that they're not.
And Charlize Theron was not by career choice a hitchhiking hooker.
No, exactly. Yeah. Being able to use those experiences, it kind of helps an actor's performance to be a little bit more raw and just very organic.
Yeah, I could see that.
Some people really swear by a certain technique. For me, personally, over the years, picked things from different methods and kind of made it into my own.
Yeah, which makes sense.
It does make sense. What works for you isn't going to work for me and the person next to us and then the other person next to us and the person in the room over. Some notable method actors, as you mentioned multiple times already, Charlize Theron.
Love it.
We love a good Charlize Theron up in here.
That movie was so good, but also so disturbing. And I felt really uncomfortable. And you kind of had to really look to realize that was her.
Yeah. My quick question, now you may be getting to this at some point in time. Do you think how they did hours and hours of prosthetics and makeup on her, that contributes to method acting when you can look at yourself in the mirror and be like, Oh, fucking,
Yeah.
this isn't me.
Absolutely.
Because obviously she's a glamazon who's like a
Exactly.
beautiful person.
But didn't she put on? I think she had
She put on weight.
30 pounds.
She
Yeah,
put a lot of weight on.
because there's that scene in Monster where she is taking a
This is
bath
a
in
notable-
public bathroom.
Yeah.
Mark references this
No,
scene
because
many times.
She's drying her. She's like wearing like granny panties, and she's drying herself in like the hand dryer in the gas station.
Yes, in the
and you see
beginning,
her
right?
body. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, it looks like me. 'Cause
Relatable.
I have the Charlize Theron monster body.
You claim to think that you have Aileen Wuornos's body, but you also have a letter handwritten by her hanging up in
We
do.
do.
the entrance to your
I know.
apartment.
It's we want people to be very comfortable when they get in here. So we figured what better than a 5-page letter handwritten.
Well, at one of my old jobs, I took a picture. When we moved here, I took pictures to show everyone, and we have this 5 or 6 page Eileen Wuornos handwritten prison letter, and it's framed and it goes down our hallway. And someone saw it in the pictures, and she was like, "Oh, are those scriptures?" And I was like, "Hell no, they're not scriptures."
there's scriptures from
Killer
But
writings.
doesn't she reference scriptures in there? I mean,
she does. She
I haven't
actually
read
does.
the whole thing from start to finish, but like, first of all, her handwriting was so fucking neat. I was
Impeccable.
like, impeccable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the most clean, beautiful handwritten letter. There's a great book called Dear Dawn. The letter that we have was essentially written to her friend Dawn Botkins, and every letter she started to Dawn, it just said Dear Dawn. So there's a book called Dear Dawn that's very interesting.
And it's like a compilation of all of her letters.
Yeah, and it's funny though, because in the book they made a notation and they were like, she spoke about Jesus a lot, so we kind of are giving you an abridged version without the constant
Without the-
scripture
without the
references,
scripture
like you
references.
said.
And
Yeah.
like what you guys did to me this weekend
Oh
by
my God.
sending
We had a
me.
great moment. God, Leviticus,
Well, yeah. I mean, all of that will
Corinthians.
Soon, all of that will soon be
Yeah.
revealed.
Leviticant.
Leviticant, Leviticant. Yeah.
I know, like we just mentioned Charlize Theron, but some other notable method actors. You have Jim Carrey when he played Andy Kaufman in Man on the Moon. He never broke character, even like in between takes, he was still embodying Andy Kaufman.
I saw the documentary Netflix put
that was
out.
actually really fucking
It
good,
was,
wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was like a perfect embodiment of, I think.
And they had footage of like him in between takes, him in his trailer.
Yeah, and he didn't break. Like he was just immersed, I
Yeah.
suppose you could say.
Dustin Hoffman, the Rain Man.
Yeah.
Oh, such a great performance.
I've never seen Rain Man.
Listen, I just watched it for the first time this year.
Okay, I feel
and
better.
I had the reason I've always had hesitations of watching it is I cannot stand Tom Cruise.
Fuck Tom
But I
Cruise.
will say Dustin Hoffman's performance is worth the 2.5 hours of having to sit through Tom Cruise.
Better than Tootsie? I've never seen Tootsie.
You've never seen Tootsie either? What
No.
is wrong with you? Another method actor who really goes like full throttle is Christian Bale. I don't know if you saw The Machinist, but he lost a shit ton of fucking weight.
Yeah.
He also did for The Fighter.
Oh, with Mickey Rourke?
No, that's the wrestler.
Oh, it's fine.
The Fighter is with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, fuck him.
But it's actually a really good movie.
Fuck him.
Our friend Al Pacino
Oh, Al Pacino.
Al.
and Robert De Niro.
Robbie.
Robbie.
Oh, fucking Robbie. Those men.
Hilary Swank. You
Hilary
saw Boys
Swank,
Don't Cry,
yes,
right? Boys
yeah.
Don't Cry, $1 Million Baby.
Yes.
This is the big controversial one is Heath Ledger.
Oh.
Go down that rabbit hole.
People tend to believe that taking on the role of the Joker in The Dark Knight caused him to get into this dark place and caused his death.
I'm going to debunk this. And I'm just.
Allegedly, Jack Nicholson told him do not take on the role.
Really?
Allegedly, to get into this role of the Joker, he locked himself away for weeks. He kept a diary, which was going to be added eventually to this documentary, which was called Too Young to Die.
Okay.
So his diary apparently contained a shit ton of just crazy drawings. Some of them were hyenas, clowns, comic strips, and Alex DeLarge from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
So he made sketches of Alex DeLarge.
I'm assuming.
Oh, sweet.
Very cute.
In this documentary, allegedly he isolated himself to get into this deranged psyche of the character.
Okay.
He really took it up a notch with this.
Okay. Cranked up the fucking suicide machine.
Yeah. Apparently he went all out physically, throwing himself around the set, tiled walls that were cracked. He was literally throwing himself and banging his head.
What? But why? Here's the thing. So
He's method acting.
I don't do the whole Batman stuff, but I did see the one that he was in. He played a villain well, but
Wasn't
did he really?
posthumous Oscar worthy.
Did he need to really? It's
Unpopular
I'm
opinion.
sorry, but unpopular
Sorry.
opinion. It's a fucking Batman movie. Why are you throwing yourself against the tile wall?
He was
It's
committed
not
to
that
his
deep.
craft.
It's fucking Batman.
But he apparently really encouraged Christian Bale to physically hurt him.
Oh, hot.
Kinky.
There's that famous interrogation scene, and Heath was telling him to hit him, go on. He was egging Christian Bale on to physically hurt him. And Christian was like, it's gonna be fine.
He was
we can
just chill.
chill. Yeah, I do this method acting shit too, but you're taking it a little bit extreme.
Yeah, he's like, you're getting a little weird here with me, Mary.
But he really committed to the role. And unfortunately, he passed not too long after that.
Blame it on the Olsen twins.
How did he die?
He died of a drug overdose.
I just remember he died in one of the Olsen's apartments, didn't he?
No, I think it was his apartment. One of the Olsen twins found him.
Was his death ruled out as an accident or suicide or?
It was an accident. There is some controversy whether or not that his role as the Joker led to his death.
I think that maybe there's a possibility that someone who is already perhaps unstable or in an unstable mindset who is method acting, I do think that there's a possibility that that could possibly propel them into a worse place.
Probably one of the most well-known method actors that is in film today is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Danny Day.
Ever see the film My Left Foot?
No.
Okay, so he won the Academy Award for it, but he is playing this Irish writer, painter that has cerebral palsy named Christy Brown. He actually learned to write and paint with his toes.
That's cool.
And he actually spent 8 weeks in a cerebral palsy clinic in Dublin to get to the grips with the condition. Just like Nicholson, going back to our boy Jackie, he spent time in a psychiatric ward while getting ready for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Daniel Day-Lewis goes all in with all of his fucking roles. But with this one, he refused to leave his wheelchair for the entire shoot. So he forced people to carry him in and out of the car every day. He insisted on being spoon-fed. He'd call you by your film name and you'd have to call him Christy. You were feeding him, you were wheeling him around.
What about diaper?
That I don't know.
Diaper duty.
He played Abraham Lincoln in Lincoln. Steven Spielberg recalls that even when he would text Daniel Day-Lewis, he would text him back as Abraham Lincoln.
Well, Abraham Lincoln didn't have a cell phone. Gotcha.
Listen, well, I mean,
So,
did they shoot him in the back of the head for his method?
no.
Oh, okay. I'm inquiring.
I don't know. Okay.
When I was in college, I was an RA. They gave us a lot of training on conflict management, diversity training, all of that stuff, which is why I'm such a well-versed individual.
Yes.
But
Yes, hair flip.
hair flip. The one day we were talking about different disabilities, and what they made my group do is we had to be in a wheelchair on campus for the day.
Oh.
I like that.
And it was great because in the back of your head, you're like, oh, well, there's elevators. It's disability accessible. Being forced to have to navigate around a college in a wheelchair really put things into perspective. Just for those 8 hours of doing that, it definitely altered my perspective.
Yeah.
And I will say this, fucking thresholds on doors are a nightmare for anyone in a wheelchair.
I can imagine.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Pain in the ass.
Listen, we've had to put things through our windows here.
No
Yes,
more
you
thresholds.
have.
Hey, is that what they're
Your
called?
sofa.
Like those
Yeah,
arch
like the door,
hump-
yeah.
It's like it looks like a mini speed bump under your door. I don't know what the heck.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
A threshold. Is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
Yeah.
I think so.
Anyways.
I know you've been waiting for this.
Oh God.
Okay.
So long. I've been waiting.
I've been hinting at it.
Yep. Don't tell me. Don't fucking get me all worked up like this. You know how I get.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. What are we talking about for our next?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh my God, no! Don't give me Gilly. Is it?
Did he ride on the Titanic
Listen,
before
hi
Titanic?
Leo. If you're out there, you're probably not listening to us. You're probably listening to a podcast about climate change and global warming. But I just want you to know that I love you. You were my first celebrity crush, and I had. What are you shaking your head no for at the camera?
Not me.
Jen speaks for herself. That's fine.
I had a poster hanging in my room of you from Titanic. And I used to steal my mom's lipstick and kiss it. So, yeah.
That's so cute.
That's really cute.
Unpopular opinion, since I said we were going to have another one.
We have a lot of them.
There are two films that Leonardo DiCaprio should have won an Academy Award for. You ready?
Yeah. Tell me.
The Aviator
Okay.
I didn't see that.
and What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Absolutely.
I love that
Those
movie.
are the
Yes.
two movies
Yes.
that he should have won for.
Arnie.
Oh my God, I know.
Fucking Arnie.
He won for The Revenant.
I don't even know which one that
So
was.
this was in
That's
16.
Yeah.
I felt like he's been nominated so many times. The Academy was just like, just give him his fucking award.
Yeah.
Give him something.
He barely spoke in the fucking movie. He plays this guy that gets attacked by a bear, treks across a frozen tundra, tries to take revenge on the other character that left him for dead, which was played by Tom Hardy. He slept in animal carcasses, like actual animal
In real
carcasses, like while they were filming, and ate raw bison.
Oh.
Can we get worms?
Exactly. Conditions were really fucking cold. It was not a really ideal filming.
Yeah, I
process?
bet. I bet.
Have you guys seen the film Django? No. Like Quentin Tarantino? Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio's real blood is seen in that movie.
Really?
Yeah. So what happens is the scene slams his hand on a table multiple times and it gets closer to this crystal glass and it breaks and he actually cuts his hand open, but he still keeps going. He looks over to Kerry Washington and takes his hand and smears it all over her face. So like the reaction that you see from that scene is real.
Cool.
Tarantino was like, that was amazing. We are keeping that. It was not
I love
scripted.
it.
Nothing. Leo like had to get stitches after, but he fucking kept on going. Like he was committed to it.
And I'm
so that reaction you see, I'm like, I mean, first of all, if Leonardo DiCaprio put blood on my face, I'd be like, yes.
I feel like more.
But like with the Titanic theme in the background.
Yeah.
I think this is like the 4th episode where we've done the Titanic song
I feel like we make reference to Titanic in
all the time.
every fucking episode.
We love
but,
that fucking sinking ship, baby. Sunk
so-
ship as it stands.
Now that I've shared a little bit about some like actors and some of the crazy shit that they've done to get into these roles, do you think that anyone could go do the same thing and still give an amazing performance?
No, I don't. I don't necessarily believe that Beth from down the street could decide that she's going to do a method acting performance and just go for it. I do think that there are certain people who may have more of an ability to tap into certain emotions or things. But I don't think that it's just something that, like, you know, pick somebody at random and they can do it.
I think it's just, I think method acting it could help someone that is an actor, but I don't think that's like the key ingredient. It's like you either got it or you don't.
Exactly. I am a firm believer that in order to be nominated for an Academy Award, you have to, as they call it, go full Rain Man. So like Dustin Hoffman's performance, it's like, did they give a Rain Man performance?
Yeah.
Did they completely transform themselves into somebody completely different? And if you think about it, people who've won awards did that, like Charlize Theron
Yeah.
as Aileen Wuornos.
Who I would like to mention that one of our favorite directors, John Waters, had a comedy special where he called Charlize out. And he was like, I didn't hear her thank Eileen Wuornos as she was clutching that statue on stage. And he's right.
She should have thanked
She
her.
should have, because you're exploiting someone. Killer or not, exploitation is exploitation.
Daniel Day-Lewis won
Jen's
multiple. Yeah, let's keep going.
But you know, okay, so there's one performance
But
that
Daniel
I think
Day-Lewis is another one that's won multiple Academy Awards.
Yeah.
there's one performance that I think is so underrated and underappreciated, and that was Juliette Lewis and the other sister.
Yes, well, yes.
Because much like Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, she played someone that was, you know, I think she was on the spectrum. She might have,
Yeah,
you know,
they never clarified.
Yeah.
They never
what-
clarified
what
it,
her-
and I don't think they did. They in Gilbert Grape? I don't remember.
I don't
It's
think
been
they
so
did.
long since I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
it's so sad.
If they did clarify it, it was probably pretty
I just don't
politically
feel like
incorrect.
crying. Like I don't want
I
to
know.
cry. You know.
The whole movie makes me upset,
But
Yeah.
especially the end.
I still deep down think that those are the two movies that Leo should have won for.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people who should have gotten more acknowledgement for roles that they've done.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I mean, unpopular opinion, I hate Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I'm not a Johnny
I'm gonna get
Depper.
hate mail.
You know, yeah. I mean,
Maybe.
I love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I love
Like-
Edward Scissorhands. Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, Edward Scissorhands.
Oh my god, I love
So Mark
Johnny
just
Depp
lied
now.
to you. Well, actually, the one Johnny Depp role that I really do love is his role in Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
So,
So there you go. So
Yeah.
you can't like fully hate him.
guess I
no,
can't. I
no.
take it
But
He's talented. We're sorry, Johnny.
Sorry, Johnny. I just
We take it
but
back.
I think you're overrated.
Yeah,
But
you look like a pirate.
I sometimes go back and forth about like the method acting and like is it a little too extreme? Like
Yeah.
is there other ways that you can go about like diving into a character? But then like I think about it and I'm like, not every day are you waking up and like playing a serial killer or like a truck driving hooker or
Yeah, like
you
me.
know, or Abraham Lincoln
Abe.
or
fucking
you
love
know
Abe.
a man sleeping in an animal carcass
Yeah.
in the frozen tundra.
Yes, I think that there is something to it. I think there is
agree.
something in being able to lose yourself or put yourself to the side.
But in a safe way.
Yeah, absolutely. Our good old pal Charlize.
Shar Shar.
Shar, we love Shar. Oh, Shar, Aunt Shar. We're gonna call her Aunt Shar now.
And Charlene.
Cousin Shar.
Aunt
That would
Shar.
be better.
Just like Auntie Tildy.
Auntie Tildy Sweeney.
She's another one in that movie Suspiria.
Yeah, exactly.
Where
Great
she plays
performance.
the fucking old man.
Yes.
And I had to keep rewinding the movie and like
You were like-
wait, is that fucking Tilda Swinton?
Is that- Oh,
And I didn't
Tildy.
believe like I couldn't believe it. Like
Yeah.
you know, these people really go like behind all this makeup and whatever they do to get into the character, it's like they're unrecognizable. Another example of a method actor would be Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jar.
Jared. He also played the Joker in the recent movie Suicide Squad. And I was reading that he
With
would
Harley Davidson, Quinn.
yes, it goes to show
Is
you
that
that we
the-
know so much about
Wait,
comic
is
books.
Yeah,
that
we
the
do.
movie where like every girl was
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, yeah.
for Halloween?
Harley Davidson Quinn.
And
fucking
he
Harley
played
Quinn.
he played the Joker, but apparently would like send like dead animal carcasses, like he would mail them to like other cast members like homes.
Okay,
and,
so
like,
he's just a
crazy letters.
fucking yeah. I think that's a little. See, I
Yeah,
think that's
Jared
taking it a little too
Leto,
far.
He's also another one that will like put on a lot of weight or lose a lot of weight for a role.
He also has a cult.
Yes, that he does.
Well, you know the first Jared Leto film I ever saw was
Which one?
Urban Legend.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say Brokeback Mountain and Heath Ledger, but that's the other Gyllenhaal.
The first one I
Maggie.
saw, the first
Kidding.
one I saw that he was in, and it fucking scarred me for life, was oh god, what's the movie where the two girls like with the dildo are like
Requiem for a
yes,
Dream.
Requiem. Like, the two girls with the
Ash.
yes, that Requiem for a Dream. I just yeah, that
That
was
movie,
I
I
love
cannot.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
If I was a woman, I would want to look just like her.
I would
love her eyebrows.
Yeah, I would want to be her in Labyrinth.
And she was also...
And I would be David Bowie.
Yes. Oh my God, my Goblin King.
Yes, I would be your Goblin King.
Oh, I love it.
I'd be
Listen,
her.
Magic Dance is an underrated fucking song.
You remind me of the Dipey.
What, babe?
Oh, see, I went for
You remind me of the babe. What, babe? The babe with the power.
Dipey.
What power? Shut
the
up.
power of Dipey. Dipies.
I could never get into Labyrinth.
Oh, so
Hush your
good.
mouth.
Just the bulge. I was like, ooh, that's
Oh,
hot.
Bowie's bulge.
Hot. I don't even like him. This is our NC-17 episode.
Yeah, it's getting there at this point. Thank you to everyone who listens to us week after
Yes.
week and deals with our crazy antics.
You know, we've heard some very nice reviews lately that
Yeah.
it feels like you're sitting with us.
You are sitting with us.
And you are. Like, ultimately, that is the vibe we go for. We want you all to be in our souls. And you are.
We want you to be more interactive with us. So if
We
there's
do.
any topics you want us to talk about or anything you want to go deeper in on any of our topics, let us know. Like, what's a role that you think is underrated or methody that we didn't bring up?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Annabelle, was she a method doll actor or not?
Well, Chucky was.
Yeah,
Chucky was. Chucky went.
Yeah.
Was it a method acting clown? Was Pennywise
I mean, I hope
method acting
so.
clown?
I hope Tim Curry went around in makeup and terrorized people. I
No,
really
he
do.
is a great actor.
Yeah, he is.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless him.
Bless him. Bless you, Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Good on you.
If there's any content that you're like dying to hear from us, you can always reach out to us on Instagram at Bizarre Buffet.
That's right. Twitter, Facebook, at Bizarre Buffet.
We have a Patreon too,
do.
where we have exclusive footage.
Yeah, there's a video on there right now where Jen and Mark are telling you all about Dr. Jack Kevorkian artwork.
I almost said Andrew Kevorkian because you started with Andrew Cunanan.
Kunana.
We have covered so many crazy people that sometimes
We lose track.
they all blur
We do.
together.
We do.
And I guess we're all method because we all have them as part of us.
Exactly. They're all a part of us in
Yeah.
our everyday lives.
Absolutely. Like, I am on a mission now to euthanize people.
Cool.
Record drop.
Record.
There you
There
go.
we go. Better.
But make sure to subscribe to us.
Yes, please do.
Us.
Rate and review on Apple/iTunes
Love
if you
us.
would, if you could, if you shall, if it be your will, in the words of Leonard Cohen. So, anyway, until next time, my name is Jared Leto's method acting.
I am Leonardo Dicaprio's bloody hand.
I love it.
And I am Jack Nicholson.
Who gave Heath Ledger, who did he give the? Never mind. Anyway, goodbye.
Bye.